Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for your kind association. Dandavat Pranam. Let's get started with Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. एतावान् सांख्ययोगाभ्यां स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभः परः पुंसामन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः। अकामः सर्वकामो वा मोक्षकाम उदारधि तीव्रेण भक्तियोगेन यजेत पुरुषं परम्। अहम एवासमेवाग्रे नान्यद् यत्सद् असत्परम् पश्चादहं यदेतच्च यो वशिष्येत सोऽस्म्यहम्। ऋतेऽर्थं यत् प्रतीयेत न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद्विद्यादात्मनो मायां यथा भासो यथा तमः। यथा महान्ति भूतानि भूतेषु चावशेष अणु प्रविष्ठान्यप्रविष्टानि तथा तेषु न तेषु अहम्। एतावदेव जिज्ञास्यं तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मनः अन्वयव्यतिरेकाभ्यां यत् स्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा। अत्र सर्गो विसर्गश्च स्थानं पोषणम् ऊतयः मन्वन्तरेषानुकथा निरोधो मुक्तिराश्रयः। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So I will not share the PowerPoint. I will just read from Bhagavatam because I want to see all of you. If I don't see all of you, then I feel sleepy. So let's get started. Today we are going to do Shri Ganeshaya Namaha of the final chapter of the second canto, the 10th chapter of the second canto. This 10th chapter is entitled Srimad Bhagavatam is the answer to all questions. Text 1. Shama Kishori Mataji, please read the text and the translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Shri Shuka Uvacha Atra Sargo Visargascha Sthanam Paushanamutayah Manvantare Ishanukatha Nirodho Muktirashrayah.
Janani Mataji, you close your eyes and recite the verse.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Atra sargo visargascha sthanam poshanamutayah मन्वन्तरेशानुकथा निरोधो मुक्तिराश्रयः.
Okay, who has memorized this verse? Who can close the eyes and recite it? Okay, Nityalila Gaurangi Mataji, then Aradhya Madhavi Mataji, and then Satyarupa Mataji. One by one you go.
अत्र सर्गो विसर्गश्च स्थानं पोषणमूतयः मन्वन्तरेशानुकथा निरोधो मुक्तिराश्रयः.
Excellent. Yes, Aradhya Madhavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dhamma Pranam Prabhu.
Then
Atra sargo visargascha sthanam poshanamutaya manvantare sanukatha nirodho muktirashrayah.
Excellent. Satyarupa Mataji. Or is it going to be Yuvraj or Varadaraj? Or all of you?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Atra sargo visargascha sthanam poshanamutayah manvantare shanukatha nirodho muktirashrayah.
Hare Krishna. Ajay Govind Prabhu, you recite from your heart. I can see your heart. Hriday se is shlok ko 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhu, your sound is not coming. Now you unmute.
Is it coming now?
Now it's coming.
Shri Shukho Vacha Atra Sarga Vishargascha Sthanam Poshanam Utaya Manvantare Shanu Katha Nirodho Muktirashrayah.
Okay, very nice. So this verse is very important. It is, of course, one of the memorization verses, and I see that all of you have memorized it already. So this is very nice. This one verse explains why Srimad Bhagavatam is called Mahapuran. There are 18 principal Puranas, and to qualify as a Mahapuran, these 10 topics must be detailed in that Shastra. Then that Puran can be called Mahapuran. Shri Bhagavat Mahapuran, we say. It is not just sentimentally that, oh, we like Srimad Bhagavatam, so we will call it Mahapuran. No, it's not like that. Srimad Bhagavatam is a Mahapuran because Srimad Bhagavatam explains all these 10 topics in detail. Just like Shri Bhagavad Gita ji explains 5 topics in detail. Ishwar, Jeev, Prakriti, Karma and Kal. Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam explains 10 topics in detail. And these are the 10 topics Shri Shukdev Goswami himself is saying. So, I will read the word to word and then we will read Srila Prabhupada's translation also. These 10 topics are described in detail in Srimad Bhagavatam. Shri Shuka Uvacha, Shri Shukdev Goswami said, Atra means in this Srimad Bhagavatam, Sargaha, statement on creation of the universe, Visargaha, statement on the secondary creation, Cha, also, Sthanam, the planetary systems are described, Poshanam, protection, how Krishna gives protection to the devotees, that is described in Srimad Bhagavatam, Utayaha, what is the impetus for creating this material world, that is explained, Manvantara, the different changes of the 14 Manus are described, Ishanu Katha, the different stories of the different incarnations of Krishna are mentioned, science of God is explained, Nirodh, the annihilation, not only creation is described, but even annihilation is described, and also the jivas, how they can go back home, that is described. Mukti, the principle of liberation is described, different types of liberations, 5 types of liberation are described, and Ashray, how Krishna is the supreme Ashray for everyone, that is described. Translation by our beloved founder Acharya, Nitya Lila Pravishtha Om Vishnupad, Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation of this very important verse spoken by Shri Shukdev Goswami. Shri Shukdev Goswami said to Maharaj Parikshit, in this Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 10 divisions of statements, 10 topics. and they are as follows. Number 1, creation of the universe. Number 2, sub-creation. Number 3, description of the planetary system. Number 4, description of how Krishna gives protection to the devotees. Number 5, what is the creative impetus, why this world is created. 6, the change of the manus, 14 manus. 7, the different stories of the different incarnations of Krishna, science of God. Number 8, returning back to Godhead and how annihilation takes place, how this world is destroyed and annihilated, how it enters back into Mahavishnu. 9, the science of liberation, mukti, going back to Godhead, that is described. And number 10, the Krishna Tattva is described in detail, how Krishna is the supreme shelter for everyone. Text 2. Shamchandra Prabhu, please read the text 2 and the translation.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Dashamasya vishuddhyartam navanam iha lakshanam varnayanti mahatmana shrutenartena chanjasa. Translation. To isolate the transcendence of the summum bonum, the symptoms of the rest are described sometimes by the Vedic inference, sometimes by direct explanation, and sometimes by summary explanations given by the great sages.
So sometimes Lakshanam by symptoms, sometimes Varnan by describing, Mahatmana, the great sages how they have, sometimes Shrutena by Vedic evidence, Arthena by direct explanation. So, and Anjasa, sometimes just summarily. So, this is how these 10 topics are described in Srimad Bhagavatam. To isolate the transcendence of the summum bonum, the symptoms of the rest are described sometimes by Vedic inference, sometimes by direct explanation, sometimes by summary explanations, which are Mahatmana. The great Mahatmas, the great sages have given it like that. Text number 3. Vamshi Vadan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Bhutamatendraya janma sarga udahritaha brahmano guna vaishamyad visargaha paurushu smritaha. Translation. The elementary creation of 16 items of matter, namely the 5 elements, fire, water, land, air and sky, sound, form, taste, smell, touch, and the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, and mind is known as sarga, whereas subsequent resultant interaction of the modes of material nature is called visarga.
Hare Krishna. So Sri Shukdev Goswami said, in this Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, we will be studying 10 topics. First topic is creation. Second topic is secondary creation. So first topic, creation, means the creation of the 5 Pancha Mahabhut, the 5 main elements: Bhumi, Apo, Nalo, Vayu, Kham. Earth, water, fire, air, and ether or sky. These 5 elements are created. Then the qualities of these 5 elements, like earth has fragrance, water has taste. So Shabda, Sparsha, Roop, Rasa, Gandha. These 5 ways of perceiving these 5 Pancha Mahabhut, that is created. And then the 5 Jnanendriyas are created: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. And the 6th Indriya also is created: Mana, Shashtani Indriyani. The 6th Indriya is mind. Creation of these is called Sarga, and this is done by Lord Vishnu. Secondary creation is the interaction of these 16 elements with the 3 modes of material nature. And then the different species are created, the different planetary systems are created from these ingredients, from earth, water, air, like that. And that secondary creation, using the 16 ingredients given by Lord Vishnu to create this 14 planetary system with the 8.4 million species of life, that work of creation is done by Lord Brahma. That is called Visarga. Atra Sargo Visarga. So Sarga is primary creation, Visarga is secondary creation. Primary creation is done by Lord Vishnu, who creates the 5 Panchamahabhut, the 5 Indriyas, the 5 ways of perceiving these 5 Panchamahabhut, and the mind. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 1, 16. This is primary creation done by Lord Vishnu. Brahmaji takes these 16 ingredients and with the interaction of the 3 modes of material nature, he creates 8.4 million species. These species are created according to the different combination, permutation of the 3 modes of material nature. Some life forms are ekdam jad in the mode of ignorance, and some may be demigods or very high class Brahman who is ekdam udit vivek. So the 8.4 million species are created. 14 planetary systems are created. Swargalok is mode of goodness. Earth is mainly in the mode of passion, Karma Bhumi, and the dark lower planets in Tamogun. So based on the 3 modes of material nature, Sattva Gun, Rajagun, Tamogun, mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, the 16 ingredients interact. 14 planetary systems, 8.4 million species are created by Lord Brahma. That is secondary creation called as Visarga. Atra Sargo Visargascha. That is explained. And the primary creation, Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport, is done by Lord Mahavishnu, the first Purusha avatar. And Srila Prabhupada quotes from Brahma Samhita 5.47. Mridula Mataji, please recite this verse from the purport, Brahma Samhita in Vasanta Tilak. Yah karanarnava jale bhajati sma yoga, like that.
यः कारणार्णवजले भजति स्म योग निद्रामनन्तजगदण्डसरोमकूप आधारशक्तिमवलम्ब्य परां स्वमूर्तिं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि.
Very good. The first Purusha incarnation of Govinda, Lord Krishna. Who is the first Purusha avatar of Krishna? Krishna has 3 Purusha avatars. The first one is Karanadakshay Vishnu, who stays on Karanarnava Jale, on the water of the Karan Sagar. And that is Mahavishnu, also called as Karanadakshay Vishnu. He goes into Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidram. See the last word of the first line and the first word of the second line. Yoga Nidram. He goes in Yoga Nidra, mystic sleep. Not like our sleep. Yoga Nidra. In our sleep, we only create snoring. But when Mahavishnu goes in Yoga Nidra, he can create the whole universe. Innumerable universes are created. Jagadanda. And they come from each and every hair hole of his transcendental body. Saroma Kupa. All the pores of his body, innumerable universes come. That is Mahavishnu. And these universes come out, Brahmanda, they come out in the form of these 5 Panchamahabhut. Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha is there. And the Indriyas are there. Mind is there. So mind is, therefore in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Bhumir Apo Nalo Vayu Kham Mana Buddhir Evacha Ahankar Ityam me Bhinna Prakriti Ashtara. So like that. And then the 3 modes of material nature also are created by Vishnu only, but Brahmaji mixes them and creates the different species of life. So in this way, creation takes place and secondary creation takes place. If you look at the last paragraph of this purport, dear friends, Srila Prabhupada writes, thus the original creation is directly from the Supreme Personality of Godhead or Parabrahman. And the secondary creation, Visarga, as a reactionary result of the original ingredients. This is done by Lord Brahma. Thus, the activities of the whole material universe are started. Prabhupada says in the second paragraph, if this understanding of Bhagavatam is not there, how the primary creator is Lord Vishnu, secondary creator is Lord Brahma, if this understanding of Bhagavatam is not there, we simply do research. See, the word used in the previous verse that Shamchandra Prabhu read is, look at the last line of the verse number 2. It says, Shrutena Arthena Chanjasa. Shrutena. So in the second paragraph of this purport to verse 3, Srila Prabhupada writes, the Shrutena is very important. Shrutena means with reference to Vedic conclusions. Creation is done by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu. Now, if this understanding is not there from Bhagavatam, we don't know Bhagavatam, we don't know Vishnu, we don't know Guru Parampara. We are in this world and we start researching. Then our research is limited because we only have experience of this one planet. So how can we draw conclusions about what happened billions and billions and billions of years ago? So because the experience is so sankuchit, it is so limited, we come up with theories like Big Bang. But that Big Bang is the exhalation of Mahavishnu. That they don't know. They think that everything is happening by chance, everything is happening because of matter. But matter by itself has no Shakti to produce life. Therefore, Prabhupada very simply said, "Arey Baba, life comes from life." कभी देखा है क्या कि मैटर से लाइफ बनती है? कभी देखा है कंप्यूटर इज गिविंग बर्थ टू अ चाइल्ड, बेबी कंप्यूटर? No, life comes from life. So simple. Text 4. Anita Mataji, please read text 4 and translation.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, Dandava pranams.
Hare Krishna. Dandava pranams.
Text 4. Sthitir Vaikuntha Vijaya Poshanam Tad Anugraha Manvantarani Saddharma Utaya Karma Vasanaha. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The right situation for the living entities is to obey the laws of the Lord and thus be in perfect peace of mind under the protection of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Manus and their laws are meant to give right direction in life. The impetus for activity is the desire for fruitive work. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very good. Thank you, Mataji. So, this is a very, very important verse. Shri Shukdev Goswami mentioned the 10 topics and now he's explaining what those 10 topics are. That will be described in detail in Srimad Bhagavatam. For example, he says the Ashraya Tattva is described. That Krishna is the Ashraya for everyone. Krishna is a supreme shelter. And then to explain that, the whole 10th canto is there. So, like that. So here it is said, Sthiti. What is the right situation for the living entities? Vaikuntha Vijay. Vaikuntha Vijay means we have to simply do Jai Jaikar of Krishna. That is the constitutional position of a jiva. To simply glorify Krishna. Jayati Jana Nivaso Devaki Janmavado Yaduvara Parishat Sway Dorbhir Asmin Adharman Sthirachara Vrishinagna Susmita Shri Mukhena Vrajapura Vanitanam Vardhayan Kamadevam. Jayati Jana Nivaso. Krishna, who is the Ashraya, the Nivas of all the Janas, all the Jivas. O Jana Nivas Krishna ki Jai ho. Jayati Jayati Devo Devaki Nandanoyam. So, this Jai Jaikar of Krishna, we say na, Jai Jai Shri Radhe Sham, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Jai ho. This is very deep actually. Jai means may Krishna be all victorious. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. May Krishna be victorious over my anarthas. May Krishna be victorious over my temptations, my distractions, all the things that are defeating me and keeping me in this material world. Make Krishna, Shri Krishna Vijay. Shri Gunaraj Khan wrote a book, Shri Krishna Vijay, which Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appreciated very much. He said, just because Gunaraj Khan has written this book, in which he says, Vrajendra Nandan Mora Prananath. This one sentence is there in that book. He says, anybody from the village of Gunaraj Khan, Kuliagram, will go back to Godhead. Because a Mahabhagavat appeared in that village, who wrote this great book, Shri Krishna Vijay. And in that book, Gunaraj Khan has written this one line. Vrajendra Nandan, say Mora Prananath. Bas, Mahaprabhu was so happy. My dear devotees, it is like this. पता नहीं भगवान हमारे कौन से भजन से रीच जाएंगे. So many times I look at the kirtans of His Holiness Shri Kadambakanan Swami Maharaj, one of our Gurujan, who has gone back to Golok Vrindavan. I look at his kirtan and I think, कौन सा कीर्तन होगा जिसमें Krishna must have said कि बस, I want him now. Such a wonderful devotee. Because he did such nice kirtans, giving so much joy to the devotees. Stage 4 cancer, he's doing such amazing kirtans in Kusum Sarovar, in Bhaktivedanta Manor, in his ashram in Vrindavan every day, so many times a week. I was just looking at those kirtans, listening to those kirtans, how he used the harmonium he's doing. I was thinking, which kirtan Krishna must have said, oh, this was ho gaya abhi, aa jao. So any act we do, my dear friends, we should be in a prayerful mood. Krishna, today morning now I'm going to start my 16 rounds as usual. Krishna, I want to chant so nicely that maybe today during the japa you will decide that, okay, I accept this sadhak, I accept this devotee. Before we go for any class, you should think, today I'm going to hear the class so attentively, because these are the words of Srila Vyasdev, Srila Shukdev Goswami, as taught by Sripad Narad Muni. Prabhupada has given, all the acharyas have given it in the parampara. I'm going to hear the Bhagavatam class so attentively today that just by my Ugra Shrava, as Parishit Maharaj is called Ugra Shrava, he would hear with such attentiveness. I want to hear the class so attentively today that maybe today Krishna will be pleased with me in this Bhagavatam class. Maybe in this japa session, Krishna will be pleased. Maybe in this Sankirtan, I'm going to sing so nicely in Sankirtan today, in Harinam Sankirtan, I'm going to clap so enthusiastically. Maybe Krishna will get pleased today. Aisa every day we have to do it. एक ही बार रिझाना है भगवान को. Only once we have to please Krishna. If Krishna once is pleased, he'll say, okay, I accept this devotee as mine. That's what we want. So we have to do this Jai Jaikar of Krishna. That is the natural position for us. The right situation for living entity is to obey the laws of Krishna. Vaikuntha Vijaya. All victory to Krishna. And thus be in perfect peace of mind under the protection of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore say Jai means Krishna, you conquer all my enemies that are keeping me away from you. And Krishna protects, Poshanam. अपने भक्तों का पोषण करते हैं. क्यों? अपने कृपा से. By his causeless mercy, Krishna maintains and protects his devotees. Poshanam tad anugraha. Krishna doesn't protect us because we are very qualified. We are worth protecting or we are worth maintaining. योग्यता विचारे किछु नहीं पाए. तुम्हारा करुणा सार. Krishna protects us by his own causeless mercy. Poshanam. How he protected Dhruv Maharaj, how he protected Parikshit Maharaj. On 24th of December, just 2 days ago, I was listening to the Bhagavatam class given by my Guru Maharaj, Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj in Radha Gopinath Mandir. Maharaj said something very amazing. I had never thought of it like that. Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj said, when Indra came to know that Hiranyakashipu has gone to perform severe tapasya to get amazing powers, he was very concerned, rightly so. Says, they कहते हैं ना कि बाप नंबर ही तो बेटा 10 नंबर ही. The father is Hiranyakashipu, what the son will become. Oh, we have to finish him. So he decides, let me go and kill this Parikshit, this Prahlad who is in the womb. So he goes, he captures Kayadhu and he wants to kill the child. But Kayadhu is still carrying the baby in the womb. Sripad Narad Muni comes and says that Indradev, this child in the womb of Mother Kayadhu is not a demon. In fact, he is a Mahabhagavat. He is a Mahabhagavat. So you better not attack him, otherwise Vaishnava Prabh. So immediately Indradev, he bows down to Kayadhu's womb. He circumambulates Kayadhu and goes away. Sripad Narad Muni says, Kayadhu, you come with me. Come to my ashram. Narad Muni doesn't have any ashram. He has curse of our Daksha Prajapati. But Maharaj says, these curses don't work. When Narad Muni wants, he will accept the curse. When it is unfavorable for his service, he will reject the curse. Curse will not apply. He came as Shrivas Thakur. Kya curse? He had a house, he had a wife, he had son, He had brothers, three brothers. He had servants, and he had a house. And Mahaprabhu came in that house and did Sankirtan, Srivasanga. Kidhar gayi curse? Prajapati Daksha ki. So this curse, the devotees can take it, leave it. Like we heard about the Babaji Maharaj living at Radhakund. Prarabdha came as leprosy. 6 years you have to serve. Time nahi hai. 6 mahine, time nahi hai. I cannot give. I have to clean Radhakund every day. So like that. Prarabdha also cannot touch pure devotee. So Shripad Narad Muni took to the ashram, Kayadhu, and for thousands of years, Hiranyakashipu is doing tapasya to get power. Thousands of years, Narad Muni is preaching to Kayadhu. And the power of preaching was such that she did not deliver. The baby lived in the womb comfortably, listening to Katha for thousands of years. Only when Hiranyakashipu came back and Kayadhu went to the palace did she deliver the child. This is the pratap of Shripad Narad Muni. But Maharaj was saying something very interesting. Maharaj said Shripad Narad Muni is Trikaladarshi. He knows past, present and future. He knew how much Prahlad Maharaj will have to go through. As the son of Hiranyakashipu, he will have two choices. Either obey Hiranyakashipu and follow his mission or die. And Shripad Narad Muni knew he is my disciple. He will never follow the path of adharma. So he will rebel against his father. He will be tortured. He will be oppressed. He will be severely troubled by his father, Hiranyakashipu. To prepare him for the trials and tribulations that lay ahead, Shripad Narad Muni was speaking continuously Bhagavatam to Prahlad Maharaj for thousands of years. He was training him for the hard times to come. My dear friends, hard times will come in our life also. Every devotee goes through Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. Shukla Paksha is our Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radharani, where everything is nice. Radha Nam Parama Sukhadai. Parama Sukh, Radharani. But then we go through Krishna Paksha also, where Krishna tests us. The dark time, like sun, moon, lunar cycle, Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. Krishna Paksha is when we devotees, we go through different trials and tribulations. We will pass if in the good times we have done enough bhajan and prepared for the bad times, prepared for the challenging situations in life. Prahlad Maharaj was properly trained by Shripad Narad Muni, and Prahlad Maharaj was willing to hear attentively in the womb. When he was in the school and he was preaching to his classmates said, Prahlad, you are with us in the school of Chandamarka. You stay with Hiranyakashipu. You never leave the palace. Where did you hear all these things? Shri Prahlad Maharaj said, my Guru Maharaj, very merciful. He taught me all this when I was in the womb of my mother, Kayadhu. And see, Kayadhu was not receptive. She didn't become a big Bhagavati. No. She remained Hiranyakashipu's wife. Materialistic. But one who heard, Ugra Shrava, one who heard attentively, he became a devotee. So therefore, we have to have this intensity. Today I will go in Bhagavatam class, I will hear the message, no matter who the speaker is. But I will hear the message of Srimad Bhagavatam so attentively that Krishna will be pleased. Today I will chant so nicely that in this 16 rounds, I will try my best to please Krishna. I don't know if Krishna will be pleased or not. Krishna has so many devotees chanting so nicely, Shuddha Nam. I am insignificant beggar, but all I can do is try. Surrender to my Gurudev and try. Today I will please Krishna. Today in the Kirtan, I will be so attentive, I will be so enthusiastic, I will sing so sweetly that maybe Krishna will be pleased today. This type of mentality we have to cultivate. So Prahlad Maharaj, he went through intense training by Shripad Narad Muni, and therefore when he was thrown in fire, he was thrown from the cliffs, he was trampled under elephants, he was thrown in pits of poisonous, venomous snakes, he was always remembering Krishna because he was properly trained. So we should also, this sadhana bhakti means period of training. We have to train ourselves very nicely. But Krishna protected Prahlad every time. Krishna protected Prahlad by giving his own remembrance to him and by being there to personally protect him. That is called Poshanam. Poshanam. Krishna, he protected Prahlad. Krishna protected Dhruv. Krishna protected Gajendra. Krishna protects all his devotees. This is called Poshanam, Tad Anugraha. Manvantarani Sad Dharma. The Manus and their Manu Samhita, their laws, are meant to give right direction in life. Manu Samhita is meant to give us, it's a Dharma Shastra. It is meant to give us the right direction in life. So that is described in Srimad Bhagavatam. The different manvantars, the changing of the Manus, and the different nice instructions they have given. For example, Srimad Bhagavatam, so many nice instructions are there of Sri Swayambhuva Manu. So like that. Nice prayers are there of Sri Satyavrat Maharaj, who later on became Vaivasvat Manu. So all this description of Manus and the laws that they gave, which give us right direction, Saddharma, that is described. And the last line is Utaya Karma Vasana. Utaya Karma. Uti means the impetus for creation. Why this world was created. Like some mundane poets say, Dunya banane wale kya tere man mein samai, tune काय को दुनिया बनाई. So that question is there. Why Krishna created this world, this material world? And that is answered in Srimad Bhagavatam in this one line. Utayaha karma vasanas. Anybody asks you why this world is created? What is the purpose of this world? Why this Dukhalaya was created by Anandam Vigraha Krishna? This is the answer. Utaya karma vasana. Learn this line. Memorize this line. Utaya karma vasana. Utaya karma vasana. Uti. Why Krishna? What is the impetus for creation? This world was created because we have karma vasana. These little jivas like us, we have so many desires. So many desires. I want this, I want that. Now, Christmas. So many patients there in the hospital now because they are sick. So their whole meditation is what gifts I'm going to get for Christmas. In America, Christmas is a time where you give gifts to family members and friends and colleagues and neighbors. So these patients, they are in the hospital. The tradition is on 25th December, you open the presents, open the gifts in the morning. And they are in the hospital. So sitting in the hospital, they are meditating. That what gifts I must have got. Oh, that cousin, what gift she must have bought for me. Like that. One patient was showing me that is this, you see this Vitamix, you can make fruit smoothies in this smoothie maker. I wish somebody gives me this. I have been telling all my family members, this is very nice, this is very nice. Somebody will take the hint and I am sure somebody will give me this gift this Christmas. Like that. And she had stage 4 cancer, about to die in few days. But the whole meditation is on the smoothie maker. So, Utaya Karma Vasana. This world is created because these jivas have so many selfish desires to fulfill. That's why Krishna has created this world. It is not that Krishna takes pleasure in seeing us in Dukhalaya Shashvatam. So, in this way, the different topics are explained. And Srila Prabhupada explains many things in this purport. This material world, please listen carefully. This material world is created, maintained for some time, and again annihilated by the will of the Lord. The ingredients for creation and the subordinate creator Brahma are first created by Lord Vishnu in his first and second incarnations. Who can explain this sentence to me? Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, explain this sentence nicely. 2 sentences.
I want the sentence once again, please.
Okay, first sentence is very clear. This material world is created, maintained, and annihilated by the will of the Lord. Okay, this is clear. Now, explain in simple words the second sentence. It's very interesting.
Actually, I'm searching for that sentence.
Okay, no problem. Sorry, I thought you had the Bhagavatam in front of you. Okay, Anita Mataji, your hand is raised.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji,
Explain.
Dana Pranam. So it's Mahavishnu and Garbhodakashayi Vishnu.
Correct. So who creates what? Who creates Brahma and who creates the primary creation?
Primary creation is Mahavishnu and secondary creation is Garbhodakashayi Vishnu.
Brahmaji is created by Garbhodakashayi.
Brahmaji is a secondary creation. Brahmaji was created by
Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. Okay, very nice, very nice. The first Purusha is Mahavishnu and the second Purush incarnation is Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, from whom Brahmaji is created. The third Purusha avatar, Srila Prabhupada writes, is the Kshirodakshay Vishnu, who lives as a super soul of everything in the universe and maintains the creation generated by Brahma. He is the maintainer, Kshirodakshay Vishnu. Shiva, Lord Shiva, is one of the many sons of Brahmaji, and Lord Shiva annihilates the creation. So just think about this. Primary creation, Mahavishnu. Brahmaji's creation, second Purusha avatar, Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Brahmaji does secondary creation, taking ingredients from Mahavishnu. This creation has to be maintained. So Garbhodakshay Vishnu expands as Kshirodakshay Vishnu, Paramatma, and maintains the secondary creation. From Brahmaji comes Lord Shiva, who is the destroyer. Pura the Srishti, Sthiti, Pralay, Leela is over. This is the description. Now tell me who is the main character. Who is the primary creator? Okay, Janani Mataji will answer. Who is the primary creator, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Mahavishnu.
Mahavishnu. Now stay with me. Stay with me. So primary creator, Mahavishnu. Who is the secondary creator?
Brahma.
And who created Brahma?
Garbhodakshay Vishnu.
Okay. Now who is going to maintain what Brahmaji created?
Kshirodakshay Vishnu.
Who is the destroyer?
Shiva.
Who comes from?
Brahma.
Who comes from?
Garbhodakshay Vishnu.
So who is the main character in the creation, maintenance and annihilation Leela? Lord Vishnu.
Mahavishnu.
Lord Vishnu is the main character. He's everywhere. So Prabhupada says
Mahavishnu or Garbhodakshay Vishnu.
And also the maintainer is Kshirodakshay Vishnu. So all three Vishnus, the three Purusha avatars, they are the main characters. So Prabhupada therefore writes, so Lord Shiva, one of the ministers of Brahma, he does annihilation of the creation. Therefore, the original creator of the universe is Vishnu. And he is also the maintainer as Kshirodakshay Vishnu by his causeless mercy. And destruction by Lord Shiva, who is also one of the Guna avatars of Krishna only. So in this way, Krishna is the main personality. Now, listen to this. As such, it is the duty. So, Sthitir Vaikuntha Vijay, that first line is being explained by Prabhupada, that the right situation, we are well situated when we are glorifying Krishna. Prabhupada explains. As such, it is the duty of all conditioned souls to acknowledge the victory of Lord and thus become pure devotees and live peacefully in this world where padam padam vipadam, where there is always misery and danger. So therefore our job is to glorify Krishna. Second paragraph. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that beginning from the topmost planet in the universe down to the lowest planet, Patal Lok, everything is destructible. Everything will be destroyed. What verse is this? Shama Kishori Mataji, what verse is this?
Brahmastambha paryantam sarva maya mayam jagat. Satyam satyam punar satyam hare nameva kevalam.
Very good. This is from the Acharyas. But what is the verse from Bhagavad Gita? Okay, Purnima.
Hare Krishna Pidayatana Pranam. Abrahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartino Jana Mapapetya Tukonteya Punarjanmana Vidyate.
Very good, very good. That means you are doing good studies in your Bhakti Shastri, Purnima. Very good. Okay, so in this way, Bhagavad Gita describes that all the 14 planetary systems are going to be destroyed eventually. Now, one sentence down. The only means to attain eternal life is to go back home, back to Godhead, where there is no more rebirth as in the material plane. Just like the verse Purnima quoted, Mamupachito Kaunteya Punarjanma na vidyate. That's what Prabhupada is writing here. Now, the conditioned souls, being unaware of this very simple fact because of forgetting their relationship with Krishna, the Lord of Vaikuntha, they try to plan out a permanent life in this material world, not understanding that everything is destroyed in this world. What shlok is this? Not understanding that everything is destructible, everyone is going to die, they try to make a permanent settlement here in this material world. What shloka is this? Satyarama Mataji? I'm putting you on the spot.
Prabhuji, is it ahani ahani bhutani gachanti?
Very good. Very good. Excellent.
Shesha sthavara vichanti ki masteryata param.
So exactly. They try to plan out a permanent life in this material world. Shesha sthavara vichanti. We will be permanently settled here. We will not die. They live like that, at least. Then everybody knows we are going to die, but attitude of living. If little bit something happens and we are ready to fight. As if, we are eternal in this world and this world is eternal. We should just let go. Okay, you are right, I am wrong. Hare Krishna. So, Prabhupada is saying that we should be attached to our eyes should be on the spiritual world. Our eyes should not be so much on the material world. In the material world, things will come, things will go. Like the flowing of the river. Things are just going on. It's always in a state of flux, this material world. It's not sthavar. It's just always moving. Big kings of the past. Alexander Great, where he is now? Nobody knows. Roman Empire, gone. All these big people, Hitler, Napoleon, they're all gone. So, we are just names in the history books. This world will be gone. But what is eternal is Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumada Shrimad Ratnagar Simhasanastho Shri Shri Radha Srila Govinda Deva Presthali Viseva Manasmaram. Our eyes, our meditation, our chintan should be of the spiritual world. This we have to learn from Bhagavatam. Otherwise, you get so much trapped. There's that material world. इधर ये वॉर चल रहा है, उधर वो वॉर चल रहा है, इधर ऐसा हो गया, वैसा हो गया. Too much news, too much sports, too much, Gramya Katha is very, very harmful. And then Prabhupada in the purport describes Sad-dharma. The directive scriptures made by the Manus in different ages and millenniums are called Sad-dharma. They are Dharma Shastras, like Manu Samhita. It is good guidance for human being who should take advantage of all revealed scripture for their own interest. To make life successful termination. Explain this. Sharanagat Mataji. What does this mean? To make life's successful termination.
So in the Manu Samhita, Saddharma is given, like how to behave in this material world so that we will go back home, back to God.
Very good. It is teaching us the art of dying. Art of dying. Antakalecha Mahameva Smaran Muktva Kaleva. Yes, very good, Mataji. Now, Saddharma or duty performed for going back to Godhead and thus becoming Krishna's unalloyed devotee is the only pious activity. All others may pretend to be pious, but actually they are not. Dekho, there is Punya Karma, pious activity. Prabhupada says they are actually pious activity abhas. They are pretend pious activities. The only pious activity is to follow Saddharma, which will ensure that we go back home, back to Godhead. Which means any activity that is not directed to taking us back home, back to Godhead, any activity which is not our Jaiva Dharma, any activity which is against Vaishnava Dharma is not a pious activity, even though people may say it is pious. Which means giving mundane charity, doing mundane philanthropical work, it is considered a pious activity. Prabhupada says it is actually a pretend pious activity. Koi dam nahi usme. Real pious activity means following the Dharma Shastras. And Prabhupada says, it is for this reason only that Lord Krishna advises in Bhagavad Gita that one give up all so-called religious activity and completely engage in devotional service of Lord Krishna to become free from all anxieties. Mahasucha. Free from all anxieties. Don't worry. So, to work situated in Saddharma is the right direction of life. One's aim of life should be to go back home, back to Godhead, and not be subjected to repeated birth and death in this material world by getting good and bad bodies. Karana guna sangasya sad asad yoni janmasu nahi chahiye. We don't want a pious birth, we don't want an impious birth. Mamastu Vrindavaneva Vasa. So, and for this, we have to use our intelligence. Herein lies the intelligence of human life, and one should desire the activities of life in that way. That everything in life we should cultivate in a way that my real aim is to go back home, back to Godhead. Okay. Meenakshi Vrajgopi Mataji, please read text 5 with the translation, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Avataranacharitam Hareshchasyanuvartinam Pumsam Isha Gata Prokta Nana Kyanopabrimhitaha. Translation. The science of God describes the incarnations of the personality of Godhead and his different activities together with the activities of his great devotees.
Jai Ho. So beautiful this is. Avataranacharitam. The different descriptions of different incarnations. Matsya avatar, Kurma avatar. Now morning we are reading Shri Mohini Devi, Mohini Murti, incarnation of Krishna. Then there is Varahadev, Narasimhadev, Balramji is there, Parashuramji is there, Lord Ramachandra is there. So many incarnations, Kapil Dev, Bhagwan, Rishabh Dev, Maharaj. This is all avatar katha. Is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Avataranu charitam. Hareshchasyanuvartinam. Anuvartinam means katha of the followers of Krishna, the Vishnujan, the Vaishnavas, the devotees of Krishna. Their activities are mentioned. Dhruv Charitra, Prahlad Charitra, Ambarish Charitra. All this is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna is described in various incarnations, and different devotees of Krishna are described. Uddhavji is described. Viduru is described. Pandavas are described. Isn't it amazing, Srimad Bhagavatam? Just carrying Srimad Bhagavatam, so much power. Krishna is there with all his pure devotees. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada says in the purport, 2 sentences down, it should always be remembered that the material creation is created for the salvation of the conditioned souls. What is the purpose of creation? So we can go back home, back to Godhead. Not so that we can collect more karma, more material property in this material world. That is not the aim. It should always be remembered that the material creation is created for the salvation of conditioned souls. The merciful Lord Krishna, out of his causeless mercy, Tad Anugraha, descends to various planets in the material world and acts for the salvation of the conditioned souls. Again and again, Krishna comes in different planets in this material world. Why? Simply so that jivas can go back home, back to Godhead. That makes the history and narrations worth reading. Because there is connection with Krishna, these stories are worth reading. Connection with Krishna and Krishna's devotees. Srimad Bhagavatam offers such transcendental topics of the Lord in relationship with great devotees. Therefore, the topics of the devotees and the Lord Krishna, are to be given respectful oral reception. We should hear them attentively. Krishna willing, we will continue from verse number 6, day after tomorrow. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Yes, Shama Kishori Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Thank you very much for the wonderful class, Prabhuji.
Mataji, the PowerPoint thing is better or this is better?
Prabhuji, this is better because I also read from the Bhagavatam. So this is better.
It's already there with you. I don't need to.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have 2 questions, Prabhuji. May I ask?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. I can try.
Hare Krishna. So, the 16 elements were mentioned and those include man, but then buddhi and ahankar, are they created by Brahmaji?
No, it is included in the mind. So this is explained in the 11th canto. In many places, when this Ganana is done, this enumeration is done of the different elements, it is counted differently. Sometimes man, buddhi, ahankar are mentioned separately and then it will become 18. But many times man indicates buddhi, ahankar is included in that, like that.
Okay, thank you. And then the second question, you mentioned that life comes from life, and I understand that, Big Bang Theory, and you're talking about how life comes from life. But sometimes, like from a dead body, insects or worms come out from a dead body. So Are they already present, or like how do they come from a dead body? Something living, how is it coming from a dead body?
It is a body inside the body.
But the body is dead.
But the body inside the dead body is not dead, na? It's a parasitic species.
Oh,
So it's a different body with a different soul dwelling inside.
okay.
We are
And
not
from
parasites. We are not parasites, so we cannot relate to that existence. But there are certain species which have a parasitic existence.
okay.
So they
So
live
again, they are
inside.
coming from a living body inside that dead body.
It's an infection, parasitic infection. So those worms that come out of our dead body, they are basically the flies sitting, laying eggs, which hatch, and then those worms form in a carcass, in a cadaver, in a dead body. And it's a forensic science actually. Based on those worms, the larvae, the eggs, they can actually detect how many hours, how many days ago the person died also. So these are parasitic species, worms, etc., who live and feed on the dead body. So it's a different body with a different soul indwelling in that body. They are simply feeding off another dead body. That's all.
Thank you for
Like
clarifying.
even in our belly, there are the good bacteria. We take probiotics, na? Lactobacillus. Because inside our gut, there are thousands and thousands of good bacteria that line our gut, that maintain the health of the gut, help us in digestion of food and everything. So there are thousands of jivas living inside this body, but they have a parasitic existence. Okay.
Yes.
So they have
Thank
a
you.
different soul inside them, but this body has one soul.
Okay. Thank you
Hare
for
Krishna.
clarifying. Hare.
Okay. Second question. Oh, ho gaya. You asked both the questions. Okay. Hare Krishna. Janani Mataji has raised her hand to bless me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Vena was dead already, no? He was churned and Prutu came out from there.
Yes.
How
So
is it?
that time when he was churned, all the rishis, all the sadhus, they chanted specific mantras to invoke the presence of Lord, that Krishna, you incarnate and appear. So from his body, from the thigh, the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared, Krishna, answering the prayers. So Avatar, he descended, answering the prayers. Hare Krishna. Okay. So I think there are no more questions. So we'll stop here. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Nitai Gaur. Hari Bol.